What's going on, YouTube? Chip seal out on the ST1300. Out on the NC700X today. Yeah, that's right. I left the big girl at the house. The ST1300 at the house, man. It's just, there's a lot of bike for these hot days. This little thing right here is just a ticket. Cruise down these country roads. But man, before I turned the camera on, right before I turned the camera on, I passed a bike going the other direction, and it looked just like one of my old motorcycles. It was a Harley Davidson Ultra Classic, and that made me think: has there ever been a bike, or more than one bike, that you have owned that you'd like to have back, wish you hadn't sold, or would take back if you had the opportunity? That is the case for me. Not that Electric Glide. I wouldn't want it back for anything in the world. And it was a fine motorcycle. So was the Road Glide I had, and Sportster. They were all great bikes. If I had to take one of those three back, I'd rather have the 1200 Sportster that I had. It was a Sportster Sport, man. It had adjustable shocks. It was a nice bike. Everybody said, "Oh, that 1200 rigid mount, it vibrates." Well, they must have built mine wrong, because it didn't vibrate at all. It was a terrific motorcycle. I'd love to have it. I'd also like to have back my very first motorcycle, street bike, that is. It was a 1985 Honda V65 Magna. Bought it one owner, showroom condition from the original owner. It was 12 years old, and it looked like it was brand new. That was a fine machine. And I don't know why I sold, well, yeah, I do know why I sold it, because back then I couldn't afford to keep it, and the ST1100 that I had bought. I had them both in the garage, and I just couldn't afford back then to keep them both. But man, I wished I could have that V65 Magna back now. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It was fastest, look out, squirrel. It was the fastest production bike in the world, I think 1983. I may be wrong, but I doubt it. I followed that years later with a VMAX, because the media said, "Oh, the VMAX is better than the V65." No, not at all. VMAX was a fine bike. It was not, in my opinion, better than the V65 Magna. It was not as good. But everybody's got an opinion. Ain't nobody got to be wrong. Wouldn't take the VMAX back, no way. I would. I really did like that ST1100. I honestly think it's a better motorcycle than the 1300, design-wise, and as far as built for the intended purpose. It's just a little bit longer and a little bit more comfortable bike, in my opinion. But the ST1300 I have is the best motorcycle I've ever owned, and it's just an awesome machine. And so is this. I mean, this thing right here is fantastic. But yeah, I'd probably take that 1100 back. I'd probably take it back in a heartbeat. That ST1100. I think it was a 93. That was a long time ago when I owned it. Been through a lot of bikes since then. But all right. Well, hey, let me know if there's a bike you own that you'd like to have back, or would take back, or wish you hadn't sold. Put it down in the comments. Tell me what it is. I probably know a little bit about the model, but I might not. Shoot, let me know down in the comments. In the meantime, I'll be hollering at you.